Street photography might be the only genre where doing your job can make you look like a creep. And even after 40 years of photographying strangers, I still ask myself the same question: is street photography morally okay? Hey guys, this is Johannes here with another street photography video. If you don't know me, my name is Johannes and I do photography and video here in Copenhagen, where I run a little business, but I also have my YouTube channel here where I do street photography, gear reviews and generate tips to help out beginners getting into photography and a bit of video as well. I didn't get to upload a video last week because it was my birthday, so happy birthday to me. But today we're talking about street photography. Is it morally okay? Most of the time the tricky part isn't the camera or the setting, it's the people. Some freeze when they see a camera, some just feel exposed, some just don't want a stranger documenting them. And honestly, I get it. Personally, I don't really like being photographed by strangers either, so let's talk about that. In most places, photographing in public is completely legal. But legality doesn't answer the real question. Should you take the photo? Just because you can doesn't mean you always should. And that's where ethics comes in. There are moments where street photography feels wrong, like photographing someone who looks vulnerable, or sticking a camera too close, or capturing a moment that's clearly private, even if it is happening in the public. Over the years, I've skipped a lot of shots simply because it didn't feel right. And honestly, that's part of being a photographer. You need a moral filter, not just a lens. These aren't universal rules, they're just the principles I follow to keep myself grounded.
Intent.
If the purpose of the photo is to mock or expose someone, of course I don't take it.
Respect.
If someone notices me and looks uncomfortable, I simply move on. No photo is worth making someone feel uneasy.
Be extra aware with
I do
children.
photograph kids sometimes because you can get incredible, innocent, beautiful moments, especially with their parents. But children don't have the same ability to say no, so I think twice. If there's any doubt, I just skip it.
Don't interrupt life.
I try my best to stay invincible. If the only way to get the shot is to stand directly in front of someone pointing the camera at them, that's when I sometimes ask. And if they say no, that's it. I delete the photo or I just move on.
Avoid vulnerable situations.
People in distress, intoxicated, homeless. I don't photograph these moments. Not because I don't think I could get a good photo out of it, but because this is not the story that I want to tell. And that is not to say that you cannot do more documentary style kinds of photography where you're showing a social side of a society or something like this. But at least to me, I think then you need a clear agreement with the subjects that you can do these photos. Even with all these rules, I think street photography is important. Because it documents culture, it captures tiny human moments that we simply just forget, and it shows life the way it actually feels. So it's not about stealing moments, it is about preserving them. I don't have a magical story where someone thanked me for a photo, but I do have real experiences that shaped how I think about this. Once I was out actually doing a street photography POV video for this YouTube channel with the 200mm f4 lens from Sony. And I was standing across the street on the 200th focal length and doing some photos of people waiting in line or outside a pizzeria and something like this. And later the daughter of the family here saw the photo on Instagram and tagged her father in it. And the father here, he wrote to me on social media and said it was not okay that I took the picture of them without asking. And honestly, I understand the reaction. I try to explain why I shoot candid moments because I'm trying to document the situation and I don't want them to notice me because this will interfere with the feeling of the photo and how they will act. But I also told him that I would delete the photo immediately if he wanted me to. And he said, "No, it is fine, I just really didn't expect this." And that moment taught me something. That people don't always hate being photographed. They really just want to be respected out in the public. And then there is the complete opposite situation. I was filming a football event in a park during the Euro 2022. You know, like big screen and everyone was watching the match. And suddenly people were more or less just photobombing me, posing, shouting into the camera. Not because I was filming them, but because the camera made them feel part of the moment, I guess. And that is the other side of street photography. Some people actually love being documented. So is street photography morally okay? I think it can be, as long as you treat people like humans and not subjects. And you listen to your gut when something feels off. I love to hear your thoughts on this. What's your personal rule when you photograph strangers? Let me know in the comments. Anyway guys, this was all for now. If you liked or enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a thumbs up on the video or hype it. If you would like to, leave a comment, join the discussion about street photography ethics. I think it is really interesting to see how people go into this around the world, because I'm guessing that people have different standards and ethics when it comes to this. So I think it could be really nice to hear what your thoughts are on this. And of course, if you haven't, remember to subscribe. It really helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate every subscriber out there. And as I've said in one of my earlier videos, this year we are getting close to 5,000 subscriptions on this channel, which is fantastic. Thank you a lot. And I'm thinking about holding a little giveaway with some of the gear that I've received here on the channel to appreciate you guys in some sort of way. So I guess all there's left to say now is that I will see you around, guys. Take care. Boy.
I'm the biggest in the game. I'm the one they talk about. Everybody know my name. My resume is loud.